Hello everyone, I just wanted to quickly just talk about my expectations for each of these sets of notes. There are 6 lessons for the rest of the year. The first 2 sets, 10-1 and 10-2, are going to be a review, and they're going to add something called summation notation. You guys have seen it, but this is going to be one of our real big focuses because when you guys get to calc, summations are super important, okay? So I just wanted to talk about what my expectations are for your notes, for what I want turned into me, and what I want from each and every one of you. Specifically, 10-1 and 10-2, the first halves are going to be pretty much reviews. The second halves, when we start talking about summations, I need you guys to take notes on that and take that very seriously. When we get to the last 4 lessons, those are all going to be very big calc topics. So if you are planning on taking calculus next year and passing, I understand there's this whole thing, Mr. Lee, my grade can't go any lower than quarter 3. Why am I going to do any of it? When you get to calc, the thing is, if you're taking BC, you will get 3 classes taken off of your college requirements. 3 classes means you'll have an entire quarter or semester where you don't have to do anything. You can just take a class or 2 and relax. You can also, if you're doing a really big degree in, say, a medical field or something like that, you're able to go ahead and you're able to get 3 full classes marked off if you take BC. If you take AB, I want you to know that the calc topics are still going to be the ones in common. AB and BC. AB is the first portion and part of the second portion of calculus. BC is supposed to be the last 2, but in the BC course, since we don't have the opportunity to take AB and then BC, you have 2 periods of it, and they're actually doing A, B, and C. When you guys get to calc, you're going to have to take calc A, calc B, and calc C if you go to college. If you take calc AB, it'll get rid of that first section of calc. You'll get credit for calc A. If you take BC, you'll get credit for calc A, calc B, and calc C. And I just want you guys to know those last 4 lessons are super important. When you guys are going through this, you guys are going to see that you have an example. I will do most of these examples with you, and then I'd like you guys to do the checkpoints. Now, the thing is, Mr. Lee, can't I just watch your part on the example and then do the same thing on the homework assignments? Technically, you can, and I'm not going to do anything about it. But what I do want from you guys is you guys to either send me 1 question about the material to show me that you read through at least some of it, or to send a picture of one of your checkpoints to get feedback on it. Now, Mr. Lee, I don't have any questions. This is pretty easy. Send me any question that you guys have. If you don't have a question, send me any checkpoint, and I'm just going to look over it to see if you know it or if there are big concerns. If you guys are showing me checkpoint 6 on this case, which is the most important kind of section from it, 6 and 5 are super important from here. I want you guys to please do example 5 and example 6 and checkpoint 5 and checkpoint 6. I'm going to be doing the example with you. You're going to be doing the checkpoints on your own. Okay? And with that, what I want you guys to do is once again send me either a picture of one of your works for your checkpoints so I can check it and see where you guys are at so I can give you feedback. And it gives me feedback on how you guys are doing, or send me a question about the material, okay? Thank you guys very much. I'm going to break up the next 2 parts in 2 sections. I'm going to be doing examples 1 through 4, and then I'm going to be doing 5 and 6 in a separate video. That way you guys can go through part by part. You don't have to sit down for an hour, okay? Thank you guys.